My beloved child, before you close your eyes tonight, before you turn to one side and drift into sleep, I need you to listen carefully, because this is about the bed you are sleeping on. You thought it was just a bed. A simple place to rest. A quiet corner of your room where your body recovers from long days and heavy thoughts. But what if I told you that this bed has been witnessing more than your sleep? What if I told you that this very place, where you feel most alone, has been holding the weight of your silent prayers, your hidden tears, your whispered dreams, and your unspoken fears? Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The bed you are sleeping on is not ordinary. It has absorbed every sigh you released when no one else was listening. It has felt your restlessness on the nights when your mind refused to be quiet. It has supported you when your strength felt low. And right now, as you hear these words, something is shifting around that very space. Think about it. Every breakthrough in your life was preceded by a night of stillness. Every transformation began when you lay down, staring at the ceiling, wondering what tomorrow would bring. That bed has been the silent witness of your becoming. It has seen you doubt yourself. It has seen you gather courage. It has seen you imagine a better future even when your current reality felt small. Stay till the end, because this is not random. There is a reason this message found you. There is a reason your eyes stopped on this title. Out of millions of voices online, you clicked here. Out of endless distractions, you are still listening. And that tells me something about you. It tells me that deep inside, you already feel that change is near. The bed you are sleeping on has become a sacred ground of preparation. Not in a dramatic or frightening way. Not in a way that demands fear. But in a quiet, powerful way that whispers, you are being prepared for something greater. Have you noticed how some nights feel different? How sometimes, when you lie down, your mind begins to replay memories you thought you had forgotten? How old dreams resurface? How new ideas appear out of nowhere? That is not coincidence. That is alignment. This place of rest is also a place of revelation. On that bed, you have made decisions no one else knows about. You have promised yourself to try again. You have forgiven people silently. You have imagined conversations you wish you could have. You have built entire futures in your mind while staring into darkness. And here is the surprising truth: the energy you release in that space does not disappear. It builds. It gathers. It waits. Something huge is waiting for you. But it doesn't begin in crowds. It doesn't begin on stages. It doesn't begin when everyone is watching. It begins in quiet rooms. It begins on ordinary beds. It begins in the moments when you feel unseen. The bed you are sleeping on is a bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. Right now, you might think your life is moving slowly. You might feel like nothing significant is happening. You might believe that your days are repetitive and your nights are just routine. But what if the routine is the preparation? What if the stillness is the strategy? What if every time you lay down, you are unknowingly stepping closer to a turning point? Don't skip this part. There are nights when you fall asleep exhausted, not just physically but emotionally. Nights when you wonder if your efforts are enough. Nights when you question your worth. But that same bed has also held you when you smiled at the thought of a possibility. It has supported you when you felt hopeful. It has carried the weight of your resilience. And resilience leaves a mark. You see, your environment responds to your internal state. When you lie down with intention, when you close your eyes with hope instead of defeat, you activate something powerful inside yourself. Your bed becomes more than furniture. It becomes a launching pad. Yes, a launching pad. Every morning you rise from it is symbolic. You are not just getting up. You are stepping into another opportunity. You are entering another chapter. And one of these mornings very soon will feel different. You will wake up with clarity. You will wake up with direction. You will wake up realizing that the long nights were shaping you for this exact moment. Stay till the end. Because here is the revelation that might surprise you: the bed you are sleeping on has been a training ground for your faith in yourself. When no one applauded you, you kept going. When no one understood you, you still believed there was more for your life. When doubt surrounded you, you lay there and imagined better days. Imagination is not small. Imagination is blueprint. And you have been designing your future in the dark. Think back to a night when you felt overwhelmed. You lay there thinking, there must be more. That thought alone was the seed of transformation. The bed heard it. The silence held it. Your heart felt it. And seeds do not stay seeds forever. Something huge is waiting for you. But here is the deeper truth: it is not coming from outside. It is emerging from within you. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your inner voice grows louder. Where distractions fade. Where you confront yourself honestly. You have had conversations with yourself in that space that you would never speak out loud. You have admitted truths. You have faced insecurities. You have envisioned bold moves. That vulnerability is strength. And strength built in private becomes confidence in public. Right now, as you sit or lie down listening to this, look at that bed differently. It is not just a resting place. It is a witness to your growth. It is proof that you survived every day before this one. It is evidence that you kept going. There are people who would give anything for the peace you overlook. There are dreams still forming in your heart that will soon surprise even you. Don't skip. Because one night soon, you will lie down and feel a strange calm. Not because all your problems disappeared overnight, but because you will finally sense alignment. You will realize that you are no longer begging for clarity. You are embodying it. And when that happens, the bed you are sleeping on will no longer feel like a place of confusion. It will feel like a throne of preparation. You have underestimated your quiet seasons. You thought nothing was happening. You thought you were stuck. But beneath the surface, foundations were being laid. Patience was strengthening. Perspective was sharpening. Character was deepening. Great shifts are often invisible until they are undeniable. Stay till the end, because this part matters. You are closer than you think. closer to peace, closer to purpose, closer to an opportunity that will feel tailor-made for you. And when it arrives, you will look back at these ordinary nights and understand their importance. The bed you are sleeping on has been your safe space, your thinking space, your dreaming space, your healing space. And healing does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like quiet reflection. Sometimes it looks like silent tears drying on a pillow. Sometimes it looks like staring into darkness and choosing hope anyway. That choice matters. Every time you chose hope over despair, you shifted your trajectory. Every time you imagined success instead of surrender, you moved the needle forward. Even if no one saw it. Even if no one applauded. Something huge is waiting for you. Not because of luck. Not because of coincidence. But because of accumulation. Small thoughts. Small decisions. Small acts of courage. Repeated quietly on that bed, night after night. And here is what makes this once in a lifetime: you are not the same person who first slept there. You have evolved. You have learned. You have endured. The version of you lying there tonight carries wisdom that yesterday's version did not. That is growth. Soon, the very place where you once felt uncertain will become the place where you feel certainty. You will lie down not with anxiety, but with anticipation. Not with confusion, but with vision. Don't skip this final thought. When you wake up tomorrow, do something different. Before rushing into the day, pause for a moment on that bed. Feel gratitude. Feel awareness. Recognize that you are in transition. Recognize that preparation is complete when awareness begins. The bed you are sleeping on is not random. It has been your silent partner in transformation. It has held you through seasons of doubt and seasons of dreaming. And now, it is holding you at the edge of breakthrough. Something huge is waiting for you. And when it unfolds, you will understand that it started here, in the quiet, in the stillness, on the bed you are sleeping on. Tonight, before you lie down again, I want you to notice something you have never noticed before. The bed you are sleeping on is not just where your body rests, it is where your identity resets. Every single night, when you place your head on that pillow, you are stepping into a private chamber of transformation. You may not see it. You may not feel fireworks. But something subtle and powerful is happening in that quiet space. Don't skip, because this is where it becomes real. Have you ever wondered why your deepest thoughts come alive only when you are in bed? During the day, noise surrounds you. Responsibilities, conversations, distractions. But at night, when you are finally still, the truth rises. The bed becomes your mirror. It reflects who you are without performance, without filters, without expectations. And here is the revelation that might surprise you: the version of you that exists on that bed at night is the most honest version of you. That is the place where you admit what you truly want. That is the place where you confess what you are tired of tolerating. That is the place where you imagine a life that feels bigger, freer, more aligned. You might brush those thoughts aside in the morning, but they return at night for a reason. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your bed has heard the sentences you never spoke out loud. I deserve more. I am capable of more. I cannot stay the same. Even if you whispered them only in your mind, they were real. And thoughts repeated in that sacred stillness begin to shape your direction. There is a powerful pattern hidden in your nights. Think about the times you felt on the edge of change. It did not begin in public. It did not begin when someone else told you what to do. It began when you were alone on that bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling a quiet determination rise inside you. That determination is not small. It is the seed of a new chapter. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is connected to the awareness you gain in that space. The bed you are sleeping on has absorbed your turning points. It was there the night you decided to stop doubting yourself. It was there the night you promised to try again. It was there the night you forgave yourself for mistakes and chose growth instead of guilt. You may not have celebrated those moments, but they were monumental. You thought nothing was changing. But internally, everything was rearranging. Don't skip this part. There are nights when you feel restless, like your spirit is stretching beyond its current limits. You turn from one side to the other, not because you are uncomfortable, but because something within you is expanding. That expansion is not random. It is preparation. Preparation for clarity. Preparation for opportunity. Preparation for alignment. One day soon, you will wake up from that very bed with a realization so clear that it feels almost cinematic. You will see your path differently. You will understand why certain delays happened. You will recognize why certain doors stayed closed. And you will smile quietly, knowing you were being positioned all along. Stay till the end. Because the bed you are sleeping on is also where your future self visits you in whispers. Not in dramatic visions. Not in overwhelming signs. But in subtle thoughts that say, keep going. In gentle nudges that say, you are closer than you think. Have you noticed how sometimes, right before sleep, a brilliant idea appears? A solution you could not find all day suddenly feels obvious. A new perspective forms effortlessly. That is not coincidence. That is what happens when your mind relaxes and your deeper wisdom surfaces. And that wisdom has been waiting for silence. Your bed is the doorway to that silence. You may feel like your life has been ordinary lately. Routine mornings. Familiar evenings. Repeated patterns. But what if the routine is refining you? What if the repetition is strengthening your focus? What if every quiet night is charging you for a powerful breakthrough? Something huge is waiting for you. Not in chaos. Not in noise. But in the calm confidence that is building inside you each night. Imagine this: one morning, you wake up from that same bed and everything feels different. The room looks the same. The walls have not changed. The pillow is still under your head. But you feel different. Lighter. Clearer. Decisive. That shift will not be accidental. It will be the result of countless nights of reflection, resilience, and quiet commitment. The bed you are sleeping on has been your cocoon. And cocoons are not glamorous. They are hidden. They are still. They look like nothing is happening. But inside, transformation is undeniable. You are not stuck. You are forming. Don't skip. Because here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth. You are in the final stage of an internal shift that will soon show up externally. You have been thinking differently, reacting differently, dreaming differently. Even if the world has not noticed yet, you have changed. And change that begins in private becomes impact in public. The bed you are sleeping on has witnessed your evolution. It has felt the weight of your growth. It has supported you through the nights when you almost gave up but didn't. It has held you steady when you felt uncertain but chose hope anyway. Hope repeated becomes belief. Belief repeated becomes action. Action repeated becomes destiny. Stay till the end, because this is where it connects. You clicked on this message for a reason. Out of all the videos, out of all the titles, this one called you. That is not random. Your intuition recognizes alignment before your logic does. And your intuition has been speaking to you most clearly when you lie down at night. Listen closely the next time you rest. Listen to the calm beneath your thoughts. Listen to the quiet confidence forming beneath your doubts. That is your future self reminding you that you are ready. Something huge is waiting for you. And when it arrives, you will realize it did not begin with a loud announcement. It began on that bed. In stillness. In reflection. In courage built silently. Tonight, when you lie down again, do not see it as the end of your day. See it as the beginning of your becoming. Because the bed you are sleeping on is not just furniture. It is the place where your transformation has been rehearsed. And the curtain is about to rise. There is a moment every night that almost no one talks about, and it happens right on the bed you are sleeping on. It is that quiet space between being awake and drifting into sleep. Your room is silent. The lights are off. The world has paused. And for a few seconds, your heart speaks without interruption. That moment is more powerful than you realize. It is where decisions are formed. It is where clarity is born. It is where your next chapter quietly begins. Don't skip, because this part connects everything. The bed you are sleeping on is not just where you end your day, it is where you negotiate with your future. Every time you lie down, you are subconsciously reviewing who you were today and who you want to become tomorrow. You replay conversations. You analyze choices. You imagine different outcomes. And within those thoughts, a new version of you is taking shape. Have you noticed how some nights feel heavier than others? Not because something is wrong, but because something inside you is shifting. Growth is rarely loud. It is subtle. It is internal. It feels like deep thinking, like quiet questioning, like staring into the darkness while your mind builds a brighter picture. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The truth is shocking in its simplicity. Your breakthrough has been rehearsed on that bed many times already. The confidence you will soon display publicly has been practiced privately in your thoughts. The courage you will show in a future moment has been whispered to yourself in the silence of your room. You have imagined speaking boldly. You have imagined making changes. You have imagined stepping into opportunities. And imagination, repeated in stillness, becomes preparation. The bed you are sleeping on has become a place of alignment. When you lie there, stripped of distractions, you are closest to your authentic self. You are not performing. You are not proving. You are simply being. And in that state, your intuition grows stronger. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is connected to that intuition. There have been nights when you felt an unexplainable sense that your life is about to turn. No visible evidence. No dramatic signs. Just a quiet knowing. That knowing did not come from outside noise. It came from within, and it surfaced while you were lying there, looking into the dark, feeling something change. Don't skip this. You might think your bed has only seen your exhaustion. But it has also seen your resilience. It has carried you after long days when you questioned your progress. It has supported you when you felt unseen. And still, you woke up the next morning and tried again. That pattern matters. Every time you rise from that bed, you are proving something to yourself. You are proving that you are not finished. You are proving that you are willing to continue. And one of these mornings very soon will feel different. You will wake up not just rested, but awakened. Awakened to your value. Awakened to your direction. Awaken to the realization that the quiet nights were building you for this exact shift. Stay till the end. Because here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation: the bed you are sleeping on has been the stage for your internal transformation, and the world is about to see the result. The confidence you have been forming in silence will soon express itself naturally. The decisions you have been contemplating will soon become action. The clarity you have been searching for will suddenly feel obvious. It will not feel forced. It will feel earned. Think about how many nights you lay there feeling uncertain. Yet even in uncertainty, you did not stop dreaming. Even in confusion, you did not stop imagining better. That persistence, repeated quietly, is extraordinary. Something huge is waiting for you. And it will not arrive as a surprise to your soul, because your soul has been preparing for it on that bed all along. You have had late-night realizations that you brushed aside in the morning. You have felt sudden motivation that you promised to act on soon. That soon is approaching. The bed you are sleeping on has been your personal sanctuary of recalibration. When the world felt overwhelming, you returned there. When expectations felt heavy, you returned there. And each time, you emerged slightly stronger, slightly clearer, slightly more aligned. Growth in fractions becomes transformation in full. Don't skip. The next time you lie down, do something intentional. Instead of replaying doubts, replay possibilities. Instead of focusing on limitations, focus on direction. Speak to yourself with honesty and belief. Because that space amplifies what you repeatedly think. And here is what makes this powerful: you are closer to your turning point than you have ever been. The restless nights were not wasted. The overthinking was not meaningless. The quiet reflection was not empty. It was construction. Construction of confidence. Construction of clarity. Construction of courage. Stay till the end, because this matters. One day, very soon, you will lie on that same bed with a completely different feeling in your chest. Not uncertainty, but anticipation. Not confusion, but readiness. You will remember these nights and realize they were not about struggle. They were about strengthening. The bed you are sleeping on is not random furniture in a random room. It is the place where you have been rebuilding yourself piece by piece. And now, the pieces are almost aligned. Something huge is waiting for you. And when it unfolds, you will look back at this simple, quiet space and understand that the transformation did not begin when the world noticed. It began in silence. It began in stillness. It began right there, on the bed you are sleeping on.